This is Press Center.
Talking about Wike's declaration of war on candidates who are not supporting President Tinubu as it were, because on the 21st, that should be next Saturday, the 6 council areas in Federal Capital Territory will be having their area council elections, and the minister in charge of the Federal Capital Territory has come out to tell the world that it is war against all those who are not supporting Tinubu. We have his visual clip there on where he was declaring that war. And Comrade Butu, yes, Chairman Oyewo has told us that we need to do everything to support this democracy because that is the only chance we have to work. Democracy is said to be the best government ever to have been tried by man. But of course, it has its local coloration. We have seen the Indian variant, yes, the Nigerian variant of democracy, and with this wicked declaration of war on those who are candidates, but they are not supporting Tinubu. Don't you think this Nigerian brand of democracy is getting endangered? Are we supporting multi-party system of democracy, or are we steadily walking towards a one-party state with all the implications? Comrade.
Yes, I think, let me quote the Bible scripture first that says that there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is destruction. It's quite painful, the kind of democracy that we are practicing. And you know why all these politicians make all this noise? Why? Because they know that INEC can be manipulated.
Really?
They know INEC can be manipulated. So that's why they're making all of this noise. And if they know that the people are the actual ones who will decide who will become a council chairman, who will become an assembly member, a governor, or president or whatever like that, they will sit tight.
They will pander towards the will of the people.
They will sit tight.
Okay.
Because they know that they can pass through the back door to get at it. In this country, we have seen where election was conducted. Somebody came out fought, but Supreme Court gave him the power to become governor of the state in this country.
And the state, the state lost and peace.
Yes,
for a whole number of years.
Even this Wike, as one called that governor, a Supreme Court governor. He said, because you don't have the mandate of the people, you have the mandate of the Supreme Court. And like Churchill always said, we must protect this democracy. Because it's not just for an individual who is sitting there today, it's for our country. And without democracy thriving, it will also affect what development. Now, Wike is shouting. Wike is like the unelected governor of the FCT because he appointed the FCT minister and the rest. And we know that he works directly with this council.
The FCT should have a governor, not a mayor.
Kind of. All you need to do, go to the people, sell your manifesto. You also recall now that we don't have manifestos again, no? I remember the days of SDP and NROC. My father being a journalist, he came home with this manifesto and said, we read manifestos of this political party. This is what they are known for, this is the idea, this is what they will do. But we don't have manifestos any longer again. The governor will just come and
that perhaps is why I can sleep as a PDP elected governor.
Yes.
And wake up as an APC adopted governor.
You understand?
You get it?
I was just saying.
We had UPN then.
Yes.
Yes. We knew UPN for free education.
And
they had their light.
Yes.
Education is light.
Right, yes.
You understand? And free universal education. And Jack on days of this world. And
Ambrose Ali,
that was how the Ambrose Ali University came to be.
Yes.
You understand? But, and we also had then NPN. They said free, universal, compulsory education may not be realistic, but they will provide quality education. The days of Waziri, of GNPP, politics without bitterness. You could know PRP. You could know each party by its ideologies. You could know that Biden will not sleep a UPN today and wake up NPN tomorrow.
No.
But over to your point about lack of ideologies.
So don't have it. The FCT minister who wants to sit in his office. You understand? He's not the governor of the FCT now. Allow the council aspirant.
But which campaign does it belong to?
We don't even know.
You don't know the party he belongs to. So which party is he campaigning for in this election?
He's campaigning for the APC, whereas he's still a member of the PDP, even though
the section of PDP.
He has been expelled.
Okay.
Understand? Now you go to the people with your manifesto, you share it to them. This is what we are doing for. This is what we are going to do.
Okay.
The people will not take it to
people decide
on it. But now you are threatening fire and brimstone. Why? Because they know that INEC can be compromised. Well, this is going to be a little more test for this this guy. You know, they conducted their number election. So let's see what will happen in the area council election. Allow the people
from
to decide.
there to Osho.
You know that they have their preference. You know that the people, the electorate, they have their preference. Yeah. For the local government chairman, I may prefer a particular party because of the individual that is going for that position.
Or the credibility of
yes. And the next, maybe the assembly or whatever, I can also vote for other persons.
Oh, yeah.
Or other political parties. Now you want to force everybody to now vote for your party, and you are not threatening fire and brimstone. How can one man be? It's quite unfortunate, though. It's quite unfortunate. It's affecting our democracy because whatever they do now, it's what we are passing over to the next generation. That we can grab power by violence, we can grab power by fighting, rather by an ideology. I asked somebody the other day, I say, I don't even know who is the party national chairman of the Republican Party or Democratic Party in the United States, too. Because you don't get to see these persons. They are the background doing their thing. You understand? We just see the candidates emerging and the rest, they merge and they begin to campaign. I've not even seen Barack Obama or when he was there, or even Donald Trump now, to say they will not give room for the national chairman of the Republican Party to come and address the people. We don't even know what they are. We don't know what like structure is like. Understand? So it's like we are giving too much power to all of these people.
Yes.
Let power rest with the people.
Yeah.
Thank
you so very much. Chairman Churchill Oyowe, does it in any way bother you that in this, our variant of democracy, we appear to be giving so much time to politicking? And the question is, which time do we give to practical administration that should be able to be transformative and impact on the life of the people? We had hardly recovered from the 2023 election and the fault lines that arose from there when the campaign for 2027 started. And now it's heated up. The whole of this year is for campaign. Then by 2027, we just formalize and we say another. When from politics, campaign, electioneering, when do we have time to govern for our democracy to be deepened?
Well, you know, Nigeria is a country of particular concern in so many ramifications.
Particular concern.
Election inclusive. Governance inclusive.
Oh, yes.
So, because we have, as a people, turned ourselves to that hunter that says, if the bird has learned how to fly without perching, as the hunter, I should also learn how to shoot without missing. So, no matter the law you bring in, Nigerians will always look for loopholes. If they don't have, they will manufacture one to truncate that law, to make that law be of no effect. That is the extent to which we have demonstrated our wicked ingenuity. I say wicked because it is not moving us forward. Now, we have laws that says time for campaign will be when the umpire declares that there should be time for campaign. But you will see those who should give good example violating such laws. Their subordinates will be violating such laws and nothing happens to them. Election in Nigeria starts as soon as one ends. So there's virtually no room for governance. Now, we have attacked this year political year. Even before INEC, we blow the whistle. But the truth is, the political year started since 2023. when the present leadership came on board.
Mr. Chairman, that's
coming up, I'm not landed.
I wish you to land.
Just a
I wish
minute.
you to land.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a few seconds. Where I'm going is this: we need to be steadfast with the laws of the land. If we can say 6 years, one term, I think it will help to bring some stability into governance, because governance is suffering at the expense of electioneering and campaigns. We need to look at the tenure of office, single tenure of 5 or 6 years. That will help to bring about good governance.
I consider that as very brilliant agenda being set at the press center in this very edition. Yes, we have the executive, we have the legislature, we have the judiciary. But at the press center, we also know that through the libertarian theory, that there is the fourth estate of the realm. The fourth estate of the realm. Now, coming to the operational dynamics of the fourth estate of the realm, I want to congratulate your the NUJ under your leadership with respect to the training being organized under the platform of the IIJ, International Institute of Journalism. To what extent do you think this will help to professionalize? Because in these days of democratized communication network, as it were, where anybody who has with him a handset can take a clip, display, and function as a journalist without being in a journalism class for one day, knowing nothing about the ethics and the regulations. To what extent will IIJ help with professionalizing the practice of journalism in order that the fourth estate of the realm can actually rise to its traditional expectation to help to save our democracy?
Okay, you see, it will help to some extent, to the extent that it will equip them with the knowledge of what journalism is all about. You need to know that journalism is governed by rules. It's there in the Constitution, that's Section 22, that we owe governments accountable to make them become responsible and bring about good governance. But before you can owe government and other institutions accountable, you need to know the rule governing journalism.
That's true.
From level 1 to level 4, the program will be crashed for 1 year and 6 months.
Okay.
In order for you, as a graduate, you are already a graduate in other discipline.
Discipline, yeah.
So at that level, you are more than equipped to be able to handle such crash programs.
Okay.
So that you will now be well equipped to practice journalism. And it's a simple thing. The program has been on, but it has been fading down. We have a lot of quacks who we believe should take advantage of this offering. We have a center in Warri, we have a center in Asaba, and the form is just there. With less than 200,000 naira, you have completed buying of form and paying of school fees. So we are trying to see how we can bring to the fold people with understanding on how journalism should be run. It's not because we don't have enough members, but we want to see how we can own the space, professionally speaking. We want to see how everybody can have a fair knowledge of, so that if they tell you that you are going wrong, you should know on your own. Before you cover a story, before you report, before you blackmail, you already know the rules. So, but that is the extent to which it can work. But if you ask me, I believe more importantly that the profession, which I don't see it as a profession for now, each should be backed by law.
Yeah.
Journalism is not backed by law in Nigeria.
Okay.
So even if you get your professional qualification, which is good for you personally, you understand me, it is not backed by law in the sense that it is regulated only by ethics. It needs to also be regulated by law. Ethics is discretionary. Law is compulsory. What makes law come in? You need a council to regulate journalism practice, either for broadcast, either for print, either for social media.
Yeah.
You need a council.
Yeah.
A council to tell you the do's and don'ts. And if you violate the do's and don'ts, like they are doing in medicine, pharmacy, nursing, engineering, and other profession, you can be called to order.
Yeah.
Because for now, we are holding on to Section 39. Section 39 in the Constitution is for all Nigerians. It's not for journalists alone.
Yeah.
Freedom to express yourself, freedom to publish, and the rest. No, it is something that has to be regulated.
And Chairman, what a privilege we have in the house a comrade, a veteran, who has journalism running in his blood, in the sense that his father was also a journalist.
Yes.
You know, it's just like me now giving birth to a journalist. You know, so he has journalism running in his blood. Is there any regret playing the key role you are playing in the fourth estate of the world?
No, actually, I don't have any regret as an individual, but for the profession, I fear for the profession.
What's your fear?
Very seriously. Because growing up, seeing my father as a journalist, he worked in a medium. There was a medium, Observer newspaper, from defunct Bender to the Pointer newspaper.
Yeah, go to.
Yes, before he left. But now, what we see more is one-man journalism practice.
One-man squad.
Yes, just one-man squad. You are the reporter, you are the editor, and you are the publisher.
With your phone.
And that is something that is threatening profession. That's what gives rooms to people who use the profession as a guise to blackmail and do all sorts of things to damage the reputation of the union. Like the chairman said, we do not have a council in place. We do not have a law in place. If a journalist errs now, you can write a petition to that council. Like in medicine, now we have the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria.
Yeah.
If a doctor makes a mistake now, you don't need to go and report him to his medical director. Right? You write to that council. The council will invite that doctor to come and give an explanation. And his license can be withdrawn for life.
Yes,
suspended.
Even in law. Even in law, we also have it too. And the IIJ, they should see how they can extend it to a full-blown program.
Great.
You know why? Because we have all sorts of persons coming in now. People who study mathematics, who study physics, who study all that. They are just coming. Come the crash program.
Thank you so very much. The producers are already giving me warning signal. But maybe what we did was to save the best for last. But I'm sure that at the press center, we'll have the privilege of bringing up this opportunity.
This is Press Center.